Hello everybody and welcome back into Scotiabank Arena for some more Toronto Maple Leafs hockey action. The Maple Leafs taking on the Detroit Red Wings for the second time this season. They took the first game back in Detroit 4-3. This is their home opener this year as they bring out the new gray matinee uniforms here tonight. And icing early here against Toronto. Yeah, the Maple Leafs rocking these new grays with blue. I think they have a nice kind of look to them. Not retro, something simple, but something new. And the Leafs with the gray and blue, it's a nice look. Here's Walman. He'll move in and shoot. Stopped by Wall. He made the first start and goal as well. Larkin scores! As the rebound in front, it's cleaned up by Dylan Larkin. It didn't take long. And the Red Wings strike first here in Toronto. Good early start for the road side. It's the Leafs who can't get it out, and the Red Wings pick up on that, and they're going to find the rebound right in the loose paint. And that's going to beat Joseph Wall, who doesn't even know where it is. It goes right between his legs and in for a 1-0 lead. Face-off coming. Taken one back by the Leafs. Brandon Carlo will send it back into the Red Wings zone. First home game of the year for Toronto. Pass in front. That was Matthews. Couldn't get a clean look. Has it again. Shoots. That was blocked. Domi back to Matthews again. Matthews moves in and shoots. He scores! And they've tied it just like that. Austin Matthews with his second of the year. It's his first at home. It's the Maple Leafs' first home goal of the year. And this game's tied at 1. We said this last game as well when the Leafs were playing the Red Wings. You cannot give Austin Matthews that time and space. And that's exactly what they just did, and he made them pay again. Walman picks it up. Matthews had the game winner back in Detroit. And he gets the Leafs tied here tonight to break it. Down low in the corner, the Red Wings battle for it behind the net, looking out front for a lane. They have one now. It's given away to Domi. I'm not sure where they were looking on the pass as the Leafs break out. Max Domi shoots. That deflects into the corner. Nylander goes after it, drops that to the point for Carlo. Brandon Carlo shooting that. Got a rebound. It's Nylander. It's off the side of the net. Penalty coming. It's going to Detroit. Carlo back for Morgan Rielly. Moving in, shooting that, and went wide. Red Wings touch up Toronto to the first power play at home this season. 1-1. We're about halfway through the first. It's the Leafs and the Wings here in their second meeting of the year. Face off left side of the Red Wing net. Leafs 0 for 2 on the power play so far this year. As that gets by Jarnkrok and back out. Or sorry, actually they haven't even had a power play this year. Sorry, correction. They had 2 power plays in Colorado. That was the preseason game. Here's Jarnkrok. Detroit had all 7 power plays in that last game. Here's Jarnkrok. He can spin and he scores! Calle Jarnkrok found an opening and made good on it. As the Leafs take their first lead of the night, 2-1. It's a power play goal in their first power play of the season. Nice goal for Calle Jarnkrok, and the Maple Leafs have the lead here at home, 2-1 in the first. Here's the face-off taken, one back, controlled by the Red Wings. Sherratt sends that ahead. Patrick Kane. He has Larkin with him, winding, shooting, stopped by Joseph Wall. Bouncer in the paint. Matthew Knies couldn't get that out. McCabe turned it over. Larkin looking for the shot. Wings keep it in, and Ekman Larsson did a good job of getting it back. Penalty coming, and guess what? It's going to Detroit again. Jarnkrok sends that ahead for Jake McCabe. Leafs will bring it ahead, and McCabe will just send that back down. The Red Wings will touch up, and the Leafs to the power play. So Dylan Larkin heads off. Toronto back to the power play. They're 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Face-off coming here. It's a 4:30 start, an earlier start. One of the earlier starts this year in the season for Toronto. Face-off won by Matthews. Domi to Tavares in front. What a pass across, and Morgan Rielly read that well but couldn't finish. Pass across. What a save by Lyon. Waldman sends that down the ice. There was a wide open chance there, and the Leafs couldn't beat Alex Lyon. Pass finds Tavares. Toronto on it again, trying to get this power play going. Tavares waits, shoots, deflects. Blocked by the Red Wings in front. What a job. Here's Rielly, fed it in front. Another save made. And there's JT Compher to clear it, as this Maple Leaf power play starting hot this year. Domi sends that back for Matthews. He has Tavares. Matthews winds. He'll shoot. The rebound bounce away. Tavares taken down. Another penalty coming to Detroit. It'll be a 5-on-3 for 32 seconds. They're getting into all kinds of trouble here in the first. And the face-off will come to the left side of the Red Wing net. Toronto to a two-man advantage. Got to win this face-off if you're the Maple Leafs. And they don't. Here's Petrie. Picks it up, and he will get that out. Picked up by Robertson. 20 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Ekman-Larsson fed that back. It's Wadden shooting. It just missed the net. Well, here's another pass. They score! It's a flex off one of the Red Wings in front. Calle Jarnkrok again. His second tonight. It's a power play goal. The Leafs second, and it's 3-1. And it came right at the end of the 5-on-3, so they're still on another power play, 2 for 2. Wadden sends it in on the backhand. The Leafs chase that down. It's Jarnkrok again. But the Red Wings pick that up, and now they'll take it the other way. Here's Dylan Larkin, short-handed. Looking to feed it in front. That was given away to Wadden. Here go the Leafs on the power play. Wadden drops that off. That missed Jarnkrok. Now he'll pick that up. Jarnkrok to the net. Shooting. That was blocked. Picked up by Sherratt. In the corner. Ben Sherratt clears that. Stays in. Nick Robertson did a good job. Here's Wadden. Back to Robertson. Pass across to Ekman-Larsson. That shot is blocked. And now a penalty going the other way. Or no. Here's Jarnkrok. Fed it in front. Nice. That wouldn't go. The Leafs 2 for 3 on the power play. Here comes Seider. What a way to start the year on the extra man. That's a stop made by Wall. Red Wings pick it up. Play it out front. And it rolled to Joseph Wall. Sends that down. Compher is stopped by Wall. Wings trying to keep that in. Wadden sends that out. It goes back into the Red Wing zone. 3.5 to go here in the first. 3-1. Toronto in front. Here's Walman. To Gostisbehere. Sent ahead. That finds Raymond. Picked up by Compher. Now Rasmussen. Here come the Red Wings with speed. One-timer. Stop made by Wall. Bouncer in the paint. Rasmussen can't get the shot. Red Wings keep it in. Wadden trying to clear it out. Ekman-Larsson had a hard time. It stays in. Rasmussen's blocked. Loose puck. Nice. Just chipped that out. And yes, it did just get out. With 30 seconds remaining here in the first. Toronto 3, Detroit 1. In this home opener for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Here's the face-off. Taken one back by Walman. Walman sends it in. Here comes Detroit, chasing it down. Fed in front, and Wall made a big save. Rebound cop, that won't go. 2 seconds to go in the period. The Leafs send that to the point. That'll end the first. Toronto with a very strong first. They gave up an early one, but responded with 3 in a row. And they have a 3-1 lead after one here tonight against Detroit. Shots are goal in the game are 10-7 Toronto. They lead 3-1 after one. The hits are 7-4 Detroit. Face-off 6-4 Toronto. 2 for 3 on the power play. Detroit hasn't had one. 3-1 Toronto after one. Welcome into period 2 here tonight from Scotiabank Arena. The Leafs and the Red Wings in their second meeting of the year. Well, one taken by Walman. Here's Larkin. He'll step inside and go right to the net as he shut that wide. Domi for Nylander. Leaps ahead with it. It's Nylander. Steps in and shoots. Stop made. Rebound. Matthews couldn't clean that up. It looked like a sure tap in on that rebound. Bounced over the stick of him. Now the Wings have a 2-on-1 the other way. DeBrincat. Stopped by Wall. Here's Matthews with it again. He'll send that up ice for Nylander. Back into the Red Wing zone. Jarnkrok has 2 goals on the afternoon. As he looks for the hat-trick, Lyon will hold on to that for Detroit just about 4 minutes into this middle period. Still 3-1 Toronto from the first. The power play worked wonders. Here's the draw right side of the Red Wing net. Taken and won by Detroit. DeBrincat. He'll bring that ahead, and here comes Alex DeBrincat. He's in alone, and he's stopped by Joseph Wall. Matthew Knies trying to find it. Wings have it. That bounced out. Tavares going after the puck. And he has to be careful as he gets in on the hands, and that will be called. Yeah, you can see that coming from a mile away, and the ref's right there looking at it. Tavares heads off for hooking. Red Wings to their first power play of the night. Toronto's had the previous 3. And an opportunity here to get within 1. Draw picked up, won by the Maple Leafs. Morgan Rielly sends that out and down. Wings chase back after it in their own end. Here's Dylan Larkin. Wadden has to be careful. He got a stick up, but here's Perron moving in. David Perron in the corner. Morgan Rielly trying to keep him there. McCabe off the boards, not out. Gostisbehere kept that in. Here's Larkin shooting. That was blocked by Rielly. Joshua for McCabe. And he'll send that back into the Red Wing zone. Wings have it here. Trying to reset on this power play. Their first here tonight. Here's Raymond across. David Perron. He has Comper. And he stopped it. It's in. It ricocheted off one of the Leafs in front, similar to the Maple Leafs' second goal. Or sorry, was it the third goal? And the Red Wings get back within 1 on the power play. First power play of the night. This is going to hit off Scotty Wadden as he goes to get the puck off the rebound off the pads of Wall. And the Red Wings back within a goal here in the second. It's 3-2. So face off back to center ice. A brand new game as Detroit has life again. They're within 1. Here's the draw picked up, taken by the Wings. And Nylander gave that away. Carlo now. DeBrincat moving in. Alex DeBrincat. Here's Morgan Rielly trying to find it. Here's Patrick Kane. Lining, shooting. Stopped by Wall. Answer in the paint. Picked up by Carlo. Here's Max Domi up the right side. Chip back to center. Now Larkin back inside. He'll wind. Shooting that. Stopped, and the rebound was in the loose paint, but Wall kept it out. Domi couldn't clear. Wallman. Here's Raymond. His shot's blocked. It goes to the corner. Morgan Rielly knocks that down. Looked at the official as he got a hack on the hand. Here's Rielly. Sent back ahead for Austin Matthews. He'll chase it down into the Red Wing zone. It's Wallman to it first, and Matthews is going to take a penalty here. Yeah, you can see another hook. Both Leaf penalties this period have been on hooks, and that's the Red Wings doing a good job of keeping possession of that puck and frustrating the Maple Leafs in the process. So Austin Matthews heads off. Detroit back to the power play. They're 1 for 1 tonight. This will be their second attempt. Only down by 1. An opportunity here to get it tied up. And it's going to be a 5-on-3. They got 2 on the same play. We didn't see it, but apparently there was. And here's Sprague. Got a shot away. It was handled. Seider stopped, and they score! It's a 5-on-3 power play goal. Identical to what the Leafs did back in the first. And this game is tied at 3. The Red Wings are now 2 for 2 on their power plays. They'll still be on 1 here with this game all tied up. So face off back to center. The Reds to take it for Toronto. Leafs need to kill this off. They can't afford to go down. Ekman-Larsson sends it in. Here's Waugh back to the point. Lorentz shooting that. It's stopped by Lyon. Knocked down by Waugh. Waugh in the corner doing a good job holding on to that. He'll play it to the point. Benoit. Ekman-Larsson. Here's Lorentz in tight. He stopped. And the rebound slipped away from Waugh. Sent back to the point. That's off the boards past Ekman-Larsson and back out. 40 seconds to go in the Red Wing power play. Benoit will just bank that back in. Chased around by Seider. Picked up by Waugh. In the corner, giving trouble to Robbie Fabry. It's picked up by DeBrincat. Sent off on the right wing, now through the middle to Kane. Here's Ekman-Larsson. Sends that up ahead. Lawton. He'll chip and chase. It's picked up by Fabry as the penalty comes to an end. Detroit also 2 for 3 on the power play. Here's Sprong. 3-3 here in the second period in the home opener for the Maple Leafs. Here it's sent ahead. It's Patrick Kane. Kane bumped off the puck, but he'll go back to get it. Man open. Seider. Stopped by Wall. Here's Ekman-Larsson the other way. Sent back in by Toronto. They'll get fresh legs here. Matthews after it. DeBrincat to it first. Red Wings with control. It's DeBrincat. He'll bring it up the right side. Has numbers. It's Sprague. The shot was blocked. It's Matthews who picks that up and sends that ahead for Domi. Down to 2-on-1. Matthews screaming in. Fed it across. It missed Domi. He gets back to it, and a penalty coming, and it's going to Toronto again. Austin Matthews will head off for interference. And the Red Wings to their 4th power play of the game, 2 for 3. So Leafs back to the box again in a tie game late here in the second period. 3-3 in the Maple Leafs 2026 home opener. Gostisbehere fired that right on and stopped by Wall. Picked up McCabe trying to get it behind the net, and another penalty is going to Toronto. Starting to look like game one as they score. It came in front, and I believe it's Dylan Larkin who got the last touch. No, it's David Perron. And the Red Wings have pulled in front late here in the second with a 3-goal second period. It's 4-3. Leafs had an outstanding first, but here in the second, it's been penalty trouble, and we've seen it back-to-back. And the Red Wings on another power play after scoring that goal. So right back to another power play, now up by 1. Toss a spare ahead to Perron. He'll move in, fire that. Wall steers it aside. We're through 2. It's the Red Wings 4, the Maple Leafs 3 through 40 minutes tonight here in Scotiabank Arena. Shots a goal in the game are 18-13. Detroit, the Leafs only registered 3 shots in that period. The Red Wings 11. The hits are 12-7 Detroit. Faceoffs 13-5 Red Wings. 3 for 4 on the power play. Toronto 2 for 3. Red Wings on the power play again to start the third. Welcome into period 3 here tonight from Scotiabank Arena. The Leafs have work to do, down a goal. They won their game back in Detroit 4-3. They trail 4-3 tonight here in the third in Toronto. Here's Ekman Larsson trying to feed that over. It's Wadden moving in and got a quick shot away, but Lyon did a good job of reading that. Here's Perron the other way. Red Wings on the power play. Perron sent across. Joshua back to get it. The Leafs pick it up. Morgan Rielly gave that away, and now Joshua has Rielly with him. Here come the Leafs shorthanded. Joshua ahead. Rielly backhand. It went high over the net. Here's Larkin back to it again. The Leafs couldn't hold that. Rielly sent for Ekman Larsson. Penalty time running out here for Toronto. Ekman Larsson ahead. Wadden moves in. Couldn't get the shot. It rolled in front, but Alex Lyon found it first. Here's Raymond to Larkin. Power play time running now. Larkin moves in. Centers it. Compher. That was blocked by the Leafs. What a block. Off the bench, and now ahead to Jake McCabe. What a play that was getting by, but couldn't get it in front. Ekman Larsson now to the point. That's past everyone and back down the ice. Wall out of his net to play it. He finds Austin Matthews. Has a goal tonight, 2 on the season. As here's Ekman Larsson. Dropping that for McCabe. Shooting it, deflected. It rolls in front, and they couldn't get the rebound. Compher. Red Wings to it again. Sent up the left side for Perron. He steps by Rielly. Has a lane to the net. It's Dylan Larkin. Raymond stopped by Wall. Bouncer in the paint. Perron again. That's blocked. Matthews for McCabe. 13.5 to go. 4-3 Detroit. McCabe back. Here's Matthews. Shooting it. Stopped by Lyon. Larkin. He'll bring it the other way. Detroit up by 1 here in the third. Here they come. Perron. Blocked by Brandon Carlo. Carlo to McCabe. Leafs can't clear. Carlo to Matthews. Penalty coming to Detroit. A slash on the play. Lucas Raymond gets caught in the mix. And the Maple Leafs will go to their 4th power play of the night. Down by 1. 2 of their 3 goals this afternoon are on the power play. Here's the face-off. One back, and it's looked pretty sharp so far, to say the least. Sent out, but Ekman Larsson regroups with that. Sent ahead for Nylander, and he can't outrace that. It's icing. 10:56 to go here, third period. Detroit 4, Toronto 3. Face off to the right side of the Maple Leaf net. Austin Matthews to take the draw. Face off in the Leaf end on their own power play. Siders blocked by Nylander, and here goes William Nylander. He has wheels. He's in alone. Nylander stopped by Lyon, and a face off in the Detroit zone. Face off will come here to the left side of the Red Wing net. Power play still active for 1:22. Draw one back. Leafs have control. One-timer. Lawton hit the post. Oh, what a chance. They have another chance, and that one came in front, but the Red Wings have a breakaway, shorthanded. Andrew Copp, stopped by Wall. Robertson to Lawton. Leafs go the other way. Some scary moments there. Here's Yarncroke, stopped, and the rebound bounced away before he could clean it up. Dropped to the point, it's Ekman Larsson. Ekman Larsson trying to hold on to that. He does. It goes into the corner. Copp finds it. Andrew Copp to Sider. Now Compher, 10 seconds left on the power play, and that'll do it as Copp gets it the rest of the way down. Maple Leafs now 2 for 4 on the afternoon on the power play, but man, did they have chances on that. Here's Wallman. Sent back ahead, it's Compher. He'll move in for Detroit. Compher from the corner out front. Robertson knocked that down. In behind, a shot was blocked. What a job done by the Maple Leafs there. Now Scotty Laughton has a break. He has Jarnkrok with him. Feeds it over. And that was blocked by the Red Wings. Seider. Here's DeBrincat the other way. Now picked up by Matthew Knies. Knies up the right side and in. He'll drop that off for Jarnkrok. Another turnover. And back out it comes one more time. Red Wings. Walman with it now. Sent ahead, that finds Kane. Patrick Kane poked at center, but he'll bring it back in the Maple Leaf zone with a great play. Gave that away, and Knies going back after it for Toronto. Matthew Knies. Here's Petrie. Good battle for the puck, and now Dylan Larkin's back in. Now Nylander. Red Wings to it again. Walman. Time running out for Toronto as we're down to 2.5. 2-on-1. Stopped by Wall. Huge save late to keep it a 1-goal lead. Here's Petrie. DeBrincat can't get the shot. Leafs turn up ice. It's Riley. He has Matthews. Riley! Stopped. It's in, but they're waving it off. And we got to get a closer look at this. There definitely was contact. It was the Red Wing player that pushed Morgan Riley in, though. And what's going to be the call here? Well, there's definitely contact, and they're going to say no goal. So with 1:10 to go, the call on the ice is no goal. All Maple Leaf goals came back in the first. They've been silent since. Here's Nylander. He gave that away. Picked up by Rasmussen. Sent ahead to Compher. Winding and shooting that. It went wide. Got a good drag and release. Here's Nylander. He has Matthews with him. Nylander to Matthews. Scores! Austin Matthews! And the Leafs tie the game here in the final minute on a perfect 2-on-1 setup. The patience by Nylander, the finish by Matthews, and we're not done yet. So scary moments for Leaf fans, but the Leafs tie it with 20 seconds left on the game clock. Austin Matthews with his second of the night. Wass sends it in. The Leafs chase it down. It's Raymond to it first. And the Red Wings will try one more attack here in the dying seconds. McCabe to Joshua. That goes back into the Leaf zone with 8 seconds to go. Joshua holding on to it. Now he'll play it up ahead for Waugh. He's taken down, and the Leafs are going to have a power play in overtime. Oh, what a time for that. Ben Sherratt takes down one of the Leafs that was taken up the ice. And the Leafs will have 1.6 seconds to do something here in regulation, and that will seep into overtime. Face-off one, Leafs have it. Domi shooting, that's blocked. And we go to overtime here tonight from Scotiabank Arena, the Maple Leafs and the Red Wings. 4-4 after 3. Shots are going in the hockey game, 23-21 Toronto. 4-4 through 60 minutes of play. The hits are 20-10 Detroit. Face-offs 15-10. They're 3 for 5 on the power play. Toronto 2 for 4. Leafs will be on the power play in overtime. Welcome into overtime tonight. The Maple Leafs have a perfect opportunity to start the season 2 straight wins if they can get this power play clicking here in overtime. The first 2 shine, the last 2 not so much. As here's icing against Toronto just 10 seconds into overtime. Yeah, if you're the Leafs, I know you're looking for that outlet pass, but you can't afford to ice it when you're on the power play here. As the Red Wings get a face-off now in the Maple Leaf end. Draw one back by Detroit. Seider. Down low, Leafs pick it up. Morgan Riley, he has Matthews ahead with it. Matthews with 3 goals already on the year. Steps in, Matthews shoots! Stopped by Lyon. Bouncer in the paint, it got away from Nylander. There's 2 Leafs in the Red Wing zone, and it's chipped back to the point, but Tavares can't keep it in. Offside. 4:12 left to go here in overtime. The Leafs and the Red Wings, 4-4. Detroit gets a point in this one at the very least, after getting stunned late at home last game. Here's Matthews, sent ahead for Tavares. Leafs inside, a minute to go in the power play. Tavares to Riley, didn't take the shot. You have to take that shot. It's given away. Leafs keep it in. Tavares, 30 seconds to go in the power play. Nylander, looking for a lane, has one, shoots! Stopped by Lyon. Picked up by Compher. And he'll send that. And it does just get out. Nylander back in. 10 seconds left on the power play. Fed that to Matthews to win it. He scores! Austin Matthews! It's an overtime winner. And it's a hat trick as well. The Leafs down the wing. 5-4 here tonight in the 2026 home opener. And they start the season with 2 straight wins. What a way to finish it right at the end of this power play. A beautiful backhand finish against Alex Lyon. And the Leafs complete the comeback. Matthews tied it in the dying seconds. He gets a goal in the dying seconds left on the Maple Leaf power play in overtime. And the Leafs get the extra point here tonight. They'll take on the Tampa Bay Lightning next in Tampa. We'll see you there in a few days. The final score tonight from Scotiabank Arena. The Maple Leafs 4, the Detroit Red Wings, the Maple Leafs 5 and the Detroit Red Wings 4 in overtime.